Good morning everyone and happy Tuesday. Today I wanted to do a quick video about osteoporosis because bone density is something that's really important, and bone health and joint health is also really important. Taking the Latin word osteoporosis, osteo means bone and porosis means porous, meaning things can go through it. So osteoporosis is a bone disease that occurs when the body loses too much bone, makes too little of it, or both. And as a result, the bones become weak and they can break more easily if somebody falls on them, or in serious cases, even from sneezing or minor bumps, their bones can break. And it, again, literally means porous bone, meaning holy, not holy in the sense of religion, but holy in the sense of there are actual physical holes in the bone because they're losing bone density. Viewed under a microscope, bones with osteoporosis actually look like honeycombs, which you can see if you Google a picture. It's really easy to see. Symptoms include back pain caused by a fracture or collapsed vertebrae, loss of height over time, so people and animals can actually get shorter if they do have osteoporosis, especially if it's in their legs, a stooped posture, especially if it's in their back, and bone breaks much more easily. They'll still be able to feel the bone breaks. There is a special medical condition where they don't feel pain and they can have broken bones and everything and they don't feel anything. But in the case of osteoporosis, they would feel their bones breaking, and usually when they go in to get checked, if the practicing physician notices that the person, or in the vet's case, an animal comes in with broken bones often, then they're more likely to do an x-ray to test to see if the animal has osteoporosis. It's usually more common in more older animals and people, or those with bigger bones. So dogs like Great Danes, because their bones are physically bigger, it's more likely they have to be very, very strong to hold them up. So any slight weakness in the bone is more easily pronounced because of the size of the animal. So there's a lot of causes for osteoporosis, and I have them written down here. Obviously, if the animal doesn't have enough calcium, because we always hear the old adage, if you want strong bones, drink milk because it has calcium. There are a lot better ways to get calcium, and a lifelong lack of calcium plays a very important role in the development of it, because from a young age you're starting them, they don't have enough calcium to build strong bones, therefore they're more likely to have weaker bones when they get older. Low calcium intake also contributes to diminished bone density, early bone loss, and an increased risk of fractures. So if we as humans even don't get enough calcium, our bones are weaker, we have less energy because everything requires more energy when we're doing it. Severely restricting food intake and being underweight also weakens bone strength in both men and women. So things like eating disorders can greatly increase one's chance of getting osteoporosis. And in dogs that are incredibly picky eaters and refuse to eat a lot or fast a lot or vomit a lot because they're not keeping that calcium in their system, are more likely to get osteoporosis. So some of the ways you can help your pet if they do have osteoporosis is make sure their diet has enough calcium. So make sure to see somebody who is trained in holistic nutrition and can tell you what level is in their food and what the level that they need to be at and how to get there. There's a lot of foods that have good amounts of calcium in them. In terms of an animal in your household that has osteoporosis, making minimal stairs, so trying to keep all of their stuff on one floor so they don't have to use the stairs as much. No jumping onto or off of furniture. So if you have to get one of those little puppy staircases for them to go up and down, or even a ramp, I've seen in some houses, to help the animals get up and down, it would help their bones immensely. instead of long, arduous walks, doing shorter walks, and even there's swim therapy for dogs that have arthritis, really bad bone conditions. You can take them and they'll swim, which helps keep the muscle up, even though the bone is weaker, with at the same time removing the pressure on their bones because they're swimming. So swim therapy is great for a lot of animals, but also people, because if you have injuries to your joints, the fluidity of the water helps to relieve some of that pressure because you're not forced to stand on those joints. So if you're looking for a more bone-friendly activity for your bone density, swimming is always a good option. If you have any questions about osteoporosis or bone density or anything like that, or calcium for that matter, please feel free to send me a message. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you later this week on Instagram Live.